Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of Full Movie Podcast.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! I'm Freya.
And I'm Matt.
Normally on this show we'll talk to you about films that maybe you've never seen or haven't seen for a long time. But since it's our 10th episode and it's the 4th of July weekend, we thought we'd do something a little bit special. Why don't you tell them, Matt?
Today we will be discussing the 1975 summer blockbuster hit that is Jaws.
When a killer shark unleashes chaos on a beach community, it's up to a local sheriff, a marine biologist, and an old seafarer to hunt the beast down.
Yes, directed by Steven Spielberg, who's directed so many great films.
So many.
I mean, if you listen to this podcast, you don't even need me to tell you. But for those of you who don't know who Steven Spielberg is, work it out. So first of all, there's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., Jurassic Park, Raids of Lost Ark, and Saving Private Ryan. I love those films. All of those films.
Yeah.
It's written by Carl Gottlieb, based on the novel by Peter Benchley. How do we feel about this?
We feel very excited about this.
Excited.
Yes. Just, it's such a fantastic film. It really is one of those you can watch at any time, doesn't get old.
No.
Doesn't let you down.
No. I mean, I'm going to try not to say perfect film too much in this.
Too much more than you already have several times today.
But as far as I'm concerned, in each podcast that we've done, we've taken the mick a little bit out of each of those films. This film, I cannot fault. We watched it a couple of hours ago. It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Always been brilliant.
The only criticism I have, I'll get it out of the way right now. Shark's a bit wobbly.
A bit wobbly.
A little bit wobbly.
As in, needs to lose weight, or
I would never fat shame a shark.
they fat shame us.
Well,
they compare us to seals.
Well, yeah, but they may have a point.
Well, they don't know what this lockdown's been like. Not every one of us can go and watch Joe Wilkes. Is that his name?
Oh, who knows?
Gym guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't do that. But yes, sharks.
Sharks.
They're judgmental.
Well, yes, maybe. But they're just hungry.
They are. Which, so let's say this. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Is this film a horror or a thriller or a family film?
Yes.
Correct answer. When this was initially released, it was a PG in the UK. I don't know what it was in America, but I mean, bear in mind you get PG films, things like E.T.,
Yep.
the BFG, not just naming Spielberg films, Alice in Wonderland.
But essentially, a child of the age of under 12 could watch it.
If supported by a guardian.
Yes, but, that's acceptable. Now, so there are horrific moments. For example, when the, bloated corpse pops out from the wreckage.
Ben Gardner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It is. Which I don't know why. I never found that scary.
Oh, it's just, it's a bit gross and it's a bit of a jump scare, isn't it?
Which was added very late into the production of the film.
And he's got an eye out.
Yeah. And it's got little... they're not worms. I think...
I don't know. It's just gross. But, equally... So, but yeah, definitely...
Quint Steph. That was horrific.
That is horrific. But, I would not class it as a horror film. I definitely say it's more of a drama, thriller, family, sort of orientated
It's
film.
comedy as well. It's got some very funny...
Very funny, yeah. Really, really hilarious moments. So, yeah, definitely I wouldn't say horror.
Good. What's your favourite scene?
So my favourite scene is fairly late on in the film when Quint, Hooper and Brody are out on the Orca together hunting the shark. And it's night time and they're all having a bit of a drink and Hooper and Quint they start comparing their battle scars from, burning themselves on the stove or whatever.
That isn't one of them. It's a moray eel. There's a punch up on St. Patrick's Day in Boston. There's a bull shark attack. There's a couple of things.
Really badly
none of them they burn themselves. Oh yeah, the arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling.
Third wafer.
Cut my little
Pull
finger.
me right over. Sound a bit like Macho Man Randy Savage there.
Yeah,
Didn't mean to.
A little bit.
So, go on.
Like Macho Man on the toilet. But yeah, I love this scene because it's such a good.
Sorry, thanks for putting that image in my head.
I apologise.
Anyway, it's such a go on.
It just goes, the whole scene, it's a long scene, and it goes from emotion to emotion so smoothly. And it's something that Spielberg is so brilliant at doing, this seamless kind of transition of emotions. So, obviously it's very funny. They're like, oh, look at this scar, look at this scar. Then, Brody kind of lifts up his shirt to reveal his appendix scar and doesn't mention it.
Which, actually, that's really his appendix scar. That's not fake, so...
But it's very funny.
Yes.
And then it immediately slips into this kind of horrific sort of war story.
The Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where all these sailors are, lost at sea and they're being picked off by sharks.
That was written by Robert Shaw.
Wow,
as
okay.
Well. So he was quite a prolific writer. But yeah, that actually really happened as well.
Wow. And it gives the character such great backstory because obviously he hunts sharks.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, it slips back into being funny and boisterous with their sing-along. And then immediately, again, it goes into kind of panic mode because the shark is attacking the boat.
Yeah.
And I just think that's such a great example of, not only a great scene from this film, but a great scene from Spielberg.
Well, Spielberg definitely has a knack for flow.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he didn't direct it, but he wrote it. Poltergeist has a very similar flow.
Mm-hmm.
So does Jurassic Park. Even things like Hook, which is quite a long film, it flows very well. It doesn't seem like it. I think it's like 2 and a bit hours. I think it's 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that flows very fast. So Spielberg's just genius director.
He just really, really injects the kind of scenes of normalcy into these extraordinary situations.
Well, fun enough, there's so many favourite scenes in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try not to do this with every film I see. But yeah, my favourite scene is the scene where Martin has just been slapped by the kinsman.
The widow. Not the
widow.
The grieving mother.
Yeah, the grieving mother. Yeah, mother. By the grieving mother. So he's sat at the table and his son Sean is just across from him and he's rubbing his face and his son starts imitating what he's doing and copying it. And it doesn't seem like it should be that special a moment, but it's so beautiful. It's there's that moment of, well, he's really a family man, and he's got his worries, and he clearly loves his children. And then coming on to Hooper, because I love Richard Dreyfuss in everything. With Richard Dreyfuss, when him and Quint are on the boat on the Orca, so Quint is sat on the seat and he cracks open a can of Budweiser and he downs it down in one, stares Hooper in the eye and then crushes it.
Yeah.
Hooper has a little plastic cup of water and he chugs it away and then crushes it, staring Quint in the eye.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So, yes. What's your favourite line? There's so many, isn't there?
There are so many, but mine's a bit kind of... it's quite a normal one, but it's so... Again, it's a good example of like these kind of normal, stupid things that people say in real life. And it's when Ellen Brody says to Hooper, "My husband tells me you're in sharks." And it's just such a kind of... I think I like it because it's the kind of stupid thing I'd say.
Yes. My favourite one is, again, involving Ellen, yeah. Ellen, yeah. Ellen turns around to Martin and says, "What should I tell the kids?" And he turns around and says, "Tell them I'm going fishing." That's brilliant,
Yeah.
But there are so many lines. You're going to need a bigger boat, this was no boating accident. There's loads of classic lines, but I admit, for Spielberg and for a lot of films, I go for the heartful moments, the nice, tender moments.
The real human moments of kind of niceness.
Yeah,
You're a
I
big
like
old
nice.
softy, aren't you?
I am. I mean, I've seen Human Centipede and it's like, yeah, it's all right. But yeah, I am a softy at heart. Shall we get on some facts?
I would love some facts.
Okay, so quite a few. Several decades after the release of Jaws, Lee Ferriero, who played Mrs. Kintner, walked into a seafood restaurant and noticed that the menu had a Alex Kinter sandwich. She commented that she had played his mother so many years ago. The owner of the restaurant ran out to meet her, and it was none other than the son who played him, Alex Kinter.
That's lovely. But can I just ask, does the sandwich feature a lot of ketchup?
Oh, really?
Bit low? Too soon?
Yeah, too soon.
Sorry.
According to writer Carl Gottlieb, the line "you're going to need a bigger boat" was not scripted, but ad-libbed by Roy Schneider. That's one of those internet, everybody knows it sort of facts. Over 6-7 million people in the US went to see this film when it was initially released in 1975, making it the first summer blockbuster.
Wow.
It was only dethroned from being the highest grossing film of all time when Star Wars came out.
Of course.
Director Steven Spielberg named the shark Bruce after his lawyer.
Nice.
These 3 mechanical Bruces were made, each with specialised function. One shark was open on the right-hand side, one was open on the left-hand side, and the third was fully skinned. Each shark cost approximately $250,000. Quint's boathouse set was built in Martha's Vineyard in an abandoned lot. The city council made the production crew sign an agreement to demolish it after filming and replace everything exactly as it had been, including the trash.
What?
Yeah. You know the iconic poster?
Yep.
So, a couple of facts about that. I believe it was drawn by the artist Roger Kestel or Castrol. I think it is.
Sure.
I think it is. Can't pronounce his last name. I apologise to him if he listens. Basically, the reason why you see the shark from the underneath is because he went to go to a museum to take pictures of the sharks there, and they weren't on display. And he said, well, can I take pictures of the ones that are on display? They said, yeah, sure. Took him to the back, and they were all lying down on their backs.
Oh.
So that's the reason why we see the underside of the shark.
That's amazing.
That is pretty cool. Also, the girl in that poster, a lot of people think she's blonde. She's not. She's a redhead. So, yes. Quick little fact about the book. The book has Hooper dying.
Oh.
I know. Also, Hooper had an affair with Martin's wife in the book. There was also a subplot about the mafia in there.
Shark Mafia.
Not Shark Mafia. Basically, what it was the mayor was getting pressured by the mafia because of the real estate and the beaches being closed. So, yes, that was a nifty
Would have
little
explained
subplot.
why the mayor was such a tool.
Yeah, he is. I mean, a lot of people compare the mayor to Donald Trump, which is a bit harsh because I think he's cooler than Donald Trump. You know?
Dresses better.
Yeah, exactly. So, do we have links?
We do have links, yes. Email us on fullmoviepodcast@gmail.com. Twitter, we are at fullmoviepoduk. And Instagram, we're at fullmoviepodcast. You can listen to us wherever you find good quality podcasts. And please, if you get a chance, rate and review. We got a fantastic review from Kate Slurry.
Slurry, that's a very good last name.
Yep.
Sounds like a drunkard. I like her.
And Kate said, I challenge anyone not to enjoy these entertaining and informed 15-minute film pods. Matt and Freya clearly know their stuff, providing fun movie quips rather than drawn-out stuffy reviews.
Thank you very much,
nice.
Kate. Yes.
Thank you.
Whilst we're saying thanks, I just want to quickly say thank you to the Hardly Paranormal couple, which are Jerry and Lacey. They've been giving us a lot of shout-outs.
They have. They're our podcasting BFFs.
Yeah, and they're lovely people. Though I have to say, I don't like Justin Bieber, but Freya is a goddess.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
And also I want to say thank you to Glenn Emery, who's one of my mates, and he loves this film so much that I think he turned around and said, I should be doing this podcast, not you.
Yeah,
not that he sounds like that, but yeah. So
but he's not here. So.
He isn't here. Ha!
Well, I hope we've done it justice for you, Glenn. Yeah, I'm sure you'll let us know.
Yeah, I mean, let's just face it. Jaws is a classic. It's a great film. It's an amazing film. It's one of those films that's always in like the top 10 or top 20 of highest rated films of all
well
time.
deserved.
It's a classic. It's a great film. And I recommend everybody go and watch it and look up some facts.
Yeah, and who doesn't love sharks, eh?
Seals.
True.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you, everybody, for the 10th episode. Give us a rate and review, and we'll speak to you next Wednesday when we do what, Freya?
We're doing A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Street Warriors.
Woohoo!
So, yeah, catch you then, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.